What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Fallout 4. Gonna finish off Atomic. Hopefully. Actually, that's probably the longest dungeon crawl in the game. The Mechanist Lair, that is. First, I gotta turn in a Radiant quest here. I guess Preston's armor dealer now.
I took care of the raiders that were harassing that settlement you sent me to. The people there have decided to join our cause.
That's great news. One day, we'll be strong enough to drive that scum out of the Commonwealth for good. As usual, I've got something else for you to look into. Maybe you can find out where those bastards are coming from and put a stop to it.
Excuse me. I've got every settlement in the base game except for Spectacle Island at this point.
Hey.
What can I do for you?
Here you go, Ada. The final radar beacon. I'll need that head back when you're done.
Of course. Shouldn't take but a moment. There you go. Still in one piece. I'm not sure why you want the head back. All we needed was its radar beacon. Besides, Robobrains are notorious for being, well, a real pain in the neck.
What else do you know about them, Ada?
Quite simply, it's the first time General Atomics produced a successful union between organic matter and robotics. The brain is used both as a control unit and a data storage unit, which is far more efficient than using standard circuits. Unfortunately, there were a lot of programming issues with these robots, which caused them to be a bit, shall we say, unhinged. Hopefully, this particular Robobrain will have some of the answers that we've been seeking.
Wonder how many terabytes a Robobrain has.
A union of organic matter and robotics? Sounds an awful lot like a synth.
Not at all. The Robobrain was built with a very different design philosophy in mind. General Atomics' intent was to use the human brain to augment the robot's functions, primarily to accelerate the decision-making process. Free thought and individuality was never intended. These were expressly built like soldiers, to follow orders without question. The Robobrain's unfortunate tendency towards violence and aggression should be considered more of a malfunction than a calculated decision.
Now that you have the final radar beacon, will it be enough to track down the Mechanist's location?
I certainly hope so. I've already started the calculations while we've been having this conversation. That still doesn't explain why you need that head back.
We still need it, Ada. I believe it can help us access the Mechanist's facility.
Of course. It makes perfect sense that the Mechanist would not only keep its location a closely guarded secret, but would secure it against intrusion as well. I'm terribly sorry. I hadn't considered that possibility at all. I'm afraid when it comes to assisting humans, I'm not doing very well lately.
True that.
Why would you say something like that?
Isn't it obvious?
But I'm not gonna
Ever
say
since I let my friends die in that caravan, I feel like I've been failing in my duties. I chose the route we took the day we were attacked. Perhaps if I had selected an alternate route, they'd still be alive. Sometimes I wish that Jackson had programmed me with my personality mode set permanently to disabled.
Your personality defines you as an individual. Never let that go.
You're right. All of the good memories I've experienced being Ada would be lost if my personality mode was shut down. I can't afford to lose them. I really think I needed to hear that from someone else. Thank you. Now I've distracted you for long enough. I'll finish up my calculations while you deal with our new friend, Jezebel. Hopefully, she'll be able to grant us access to the Mechanist's facility and we can put an end to this nonsense once and for all.
So the Brotherhood has issues with Robobrains and probably my beer robot. Vance probably wants to slay all three of these guys right here. Let's get our load our Brahmin cage. We've got quite a herd going here. Too bad we can't modify Buddy. Oh, let's see here. Let's just keep it a Robobrain. Should I give an unstable Robobrain a missile launcher? Probably not.
Factory default mode. Do you wish to enable this unit's personality subroutine? Unit remaining in factory
Yes,
default
please take
mode.
your components, ma'am.
So I built the body. How do I put it in though? Ah, there we go. Hold up here.
Interesting. This body you've selected for me isn't quite what I had envisioned, but it will have to suffice.
Yeah, what were you
What kind of a
expecting?
body were you expecting?
Considering I look like a junk bot that's been hastily welded together by an amateur, I'd say almost anything else would have been better. However, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, given your limited skill set derived from your equally diminished intelligence.
So sorry, Your Highness. The Royal Tailor has been quite ill, and I'm afraid the task fell to me instead.
If you're attempting to use sarcasm as an intimidation tactic, I'm afraid you're wasting your time. Look, it's obvious we don't care for each other's company, which suits me just fine. So, why don't you ask me everything you wanted to know, and then I'll be on my way.
Why did General Atomics make you so uncooperative?
I haven't the faintest idea of what you're talking about. I am a top-of-the-line model, with an efficiency rating that makes Mr. Handy look like a glorified toaster oven. When given a set of instructions, I will complete them without question and without error. Now, were there any other ridiculous questions you wanted to ask?
Send this thing into the glowing sea if I could.
Tell me everything you know about the Mechanist.
Now there's a fascinating subject. The Mechanist, amazingly adept at programming, a veritable genius with electronics. I'm not surprised you're interested. I've been dutifully carrying out the Mechanist's instructions to help the people of the Commonwealth for quite a long time.
To help?
Helping the people of the Commonwealth? You?
Absolutely. It's my primary directive. The Mechanist instructed me to seek out and help the people of the Commonwealth. By my calculations, the easiest way to help a human is simply to destroy it. There's no point in prolonging a laughably fragile life. It's the most efficient way to assist them. Any other effort to help tends to result in numerous complex side effects.
So there we go. That's the crux of the matter. Misunderstood instructions.
The Mechanist gave you these instructions to kill people?
Well, not exactly. The specific instruction was to help people. I merely interpreted the most efficient way to perform my duties. Assisting a human to the best of my abilities only affords a 25% survival rate. That means there's a 75% chance that despite my efforts, the human I'm assisting will die from something beyond my control. Therefore, it's better to hasten the human's death and put them out of their likely chance of misery than to deplete my limited time. It's actually quite elementary, but given your minimal intellect, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you don't understand.
Can we stop with the petty bickering and just get to the part where you tell me how to access the Mechanist facility?
I promised to answer your questions, and unlike humans, I don't have the capacity to lie. It's rather simple, really. In order to gain entry to the Mechanist facility, you're going to need to outfit one of your robots with an MSAT modification. I'll upload the plans to your Pip-Boy device. There. I've fulfilled my portion of our agreement. Perhaps I'll remain here for a while and see how things resolve between yourself and the Mechanist. Purely for my own amusement, of course. I suspect you'll have quite a tale to tell once you return. But then again, I'd be surprised if you ever return at all.
Ah, idiots. Let me rename that thing. Let's see. Where shall I send this thing? Oh, I could send it to the Brotherhood of Steel. Oh, let's see here. Let's send it here. You can annoy the two settlers there. Actually, maybe I'll just send it here. It can be all by its lonesome.
Heads up.
How may I be? I trust you've completed your business with Jezebel. I hope she wasn't too difficult.
So you know what, I'm gonna keep it here. So I don't have to track it down when the quest is over. Catch up. Do some farming.
Heads up.
Yes. I trust you've completed your business with Jezebel. I hope she wasn't too difficult.
Is there a chance these robots could be misinterpreting orders?
Yes, I've considered the possibility. The contradictory nature of the Mechanist's broadcasts are troubling. But the truth is, regardless of intent, the Mechanist needs to be stopped. These robots are too much a threat. Were you able to discover how to gain access to the Mechanist?
I need to outfit a robot with something called an MSAT. Jezebel gave me the plans.
A custom modification that acts as a key to the Mechanist facility. Very smart. In fact, chances are high the MSAT may be required for multiple access points, like a robot identification card. As for my task, I was able to decrypt the signal with the final radar beacon. The source is coming from a Robco sales and service center, most likely a front for a larger operation. It's time to take the offensive. Have you formulated a plan?
It's time to confront the Mechanist.
I hope you're allowed the opportunity. I too am curious as to what the Mechanist would have to say. Now, if you're ready, I believe you have an MSAT to install.
How many innocent people the robots have killed? Let's see here. What's the date? So it's been almost 4.5 months of them rampaging through the Commonwealth, killing people.
What have you got to trade today?
Sell all these mods. And off to Boston Airport. Actually, I've already got the fast travel point. My cannon, we are trespassing, but this building's still alive. It'd be one Robert House, of course. Yeah, the load times on consoles.
Judging from all this dust, we could be the first to visit this place in quite a while.
I think this is the pinnacle of technology here. Can't do a whole lot with vacuum tubes.
Got it.
Probably just to open the chest. I gotta see if there's any documents or anything.
I'm through.
So here's our first hint. This is a front. And there's a military project going on here. Text-based games. Remember those? Playing on the old scientific calculator. Drug Wars. That music plays during this. Usually DOS for this. Come back and loot this place every couple weeks if you were so inclined.
Over here.
Incoming robot detected. Opening security doors.
They weren't lacking for security down here, were they?
No biosigns.
Come on.
Alert in decontamination chamber.
Need to be at the top of our game. Of course. Get addicted. Damn it. Though I don't see why I should worry. I have... God, how many of these beverages do I have? If I can find them. A sentinel. Or a sentry. Gonna be blocking doors. God, that's one stupid thing. Your companions. And laser tripwires. It's worse than the Jamaica Plains treasure.
Security offline.
Sweet.
I dumped almost all of the holotapes I had in a desk in my home in Sanctuary. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Electrical fault in sensor array. Sensors offline.
I wonder how the Chinese, what their progress in robotics was like. I mean, did they have their version like a reverse engineered Protectron? So they had a Mesmatron down here. And they use prisoners and POWs. Contingencies here. The contingency for a janitorial robot malfunction. Boston didn't really get hit that bad. I wonder how long it fall into complete chaos.
Yes.
Failure. Well, dungeon, which is good. Door accidentally closed, I think.
Nice.
It's kind of weird that this is a Robco facility, or a Robco front, but General Atomics / US government black project. the, real life used Glomar Explorer.
That's to my sanctum.
They just
But
used
you'll
his
need
name.
better skills than that to defeat me.
Huh. Won't let you loot all on the goods.
Open this.
I suggest we take as much as we can carry.
Man, sentry bots are so loud. Behind me.
Sweet.
God, there's a lot of crap in here. Go all out here. Come on, keep coming. That didn't suck. And it's gonna explode.
Look alive.
Glad to be of service.
This is why we made that swap right there.
Picking up something. No more hiding. Resistance is futile.
Where is the terminal for all these,
Time to end this. Never fear, man. We'll emerge victorious.
oh, here it is.
Nice.
Okay, so there's still one turret up. Wonder if this is for those turrets in the other room. Whoops.
You certainly know your way around a workbench.
Lead engineer, Thomas Harkin. So far, we're tracking on schedule for the latest Robobrain milestone. Dr. Asante has assured me that the active time between memory wipes has been greatly increased. Hopefully, that will hold true in our latest live testing. The senior engineers also informed me that their latest assembly line adjustments have been completed early. I can only hope that means due diligence was still paid, and we're not going to be looking at a total system breakdown again. Other than that, I'm still worried about the test subjects. Right now, we've got more than enough to meet our demand. But it's not like these things grow on trees.
But in the Fallout universe, criminals, and especially dissidents, did grow on trees in the good old US of A. Plenty of people from concentration camps. How many people they killed in here? Imagine this stuff. This is like, well, to be fair, you could say this about almost all the science in the Fallout universe. This is like Nazi Germany stuff. Let's try if we can cut out someone's brain and put it in a robot. I'm sure they'll volunteer for that. Here we see misinterpreting commands. So the Mechanist, when they came through here, they obviously didn't read all these terminals, since I had to hack them. This project is cursed. think I'm gonna, since I'm mostly a VATS, this is a VATS build, I think I'm gonna go one more point in agility, max it out, so I can get gun foo. See all these signs in here. They're all about to see. Oh, those were my, that's right. Those were my, server bots, and I just destroyed them so callously. Hopefully she can work to me.
Use this.